Hi, I'm Sonya Duncan, professional psychological astrologer, songstress, and as I think you all know by now, whistleblower. I'm here to invite you to level all the way up with psychological astrology and your cosmic guide to success in life and love, tailored exclusively and specifically for the progressive, critically thinking sister of this era. First to the water signs, chronologically the adolescent, I feel, the prime directive, to express, master, get a hold of, get control of those emotions which are new because you are becoming, and to find family, security, self-protection routes, and acquire with those pincers that enormous ambition. So just as a general rule, my advice is accept that you are fiercely ambitious. You can be extremely self-serving because, as I said, one more time, you are becoming. So what you're actually doing is learning to be the rock of the family, learning to be the creator of the family, learning to mother the tribe. It's a goal. So you need to look at the part of yourself that is self-serving because you feel either you didn't get enough or you got the wrong kind of nurturance. So first you really need to be honest about your own needs, your enormous needs for nurturance. And when you've been honest about them and just how badly you want them met, and you can actually ask for what you need up front instead of going sideways, which is the way a crab moves, then you will just have a much better chance of doing the nurturing and becoming big mama yourself in the way you want to. Do you see what I mean? You have to do two things at once. Because what happens is if Cancer doesn't acknowledge, the degree to which they can be Demeter, the goddess Demeter is the goddess of, well, she's the moon goddess, Kali, like I said at the beginning, Kali, the Hindu version is fierce, and I haven't got the energy to take on Kali, your other most famous moon goddess, but Demeter really, doesn't take kindly to not getting her needs met, or being respected, and her power as mother of all, the ultimate creatrix, she doesn't take kindly to having that not appreciated, and even though she's obviously the mother of Persephone, and even though she didn't really take that much notice of Persephone when she was around, as soon as Hades abducted her, or Pluto, and took her into the underworld and gave her somebody bumpy, Demeter was so pissed, her mother, moon goddess, that she brought the seasons to Earth, for the first time. No more fruits on the trees, everything's gonna go barren. You'll starve until he brings my daughter back, Pluto or no Pluto, Hades or no Hades, he will respect the moon goddess, or so I'll mess everything up. So in the end, as you all know, the story of Persephone, she accepted her marriage to Pluto, and she kind of dug it, part of that whole lunar myth, the whole Cancerian myth, is that Persephone went from maiden to wife and mother, and her mother Demeter was able to do Crone. You've got to be very careful now. This is where we make our last stand, I think, before they do whatever they can left do possible to actually replace us. If they can't beat us because the universe says that their sky god's time is coming to an end, then they will try their very best to replace us. Yeah, with androgyny or anything. But don't get me wrong, I like men really enough. I'm not saying it's every single man, but the elite that rule this world. Yeah, we've got a serious case of women. Which brings me to this issue around maternal narcissism. As I've said for several years now, I think it is endemic. It's become normalized in Black community. Yeah, Western ones. I can't speak for Kalahari Bushmen and pygmies of wherever. Yeah. But I think that it's also a mainstream issue, narcissism in all of Western society. Yeah, as a thing. I think it shows up worse in us because the Black mother, who is the ancient mother, yeah, has been desecrated the most. Yeah, not just by our internal homegrown disrespect. Yeah, they have always worshipped us. Long story. Yeah, we've discussed it time and time again, and we are the ones that had to be really, really, really usurped because all these goddesses were Black. Yeah, so we had to be the most desecrated. Yeah. Now they're gonna start backtracking and they'll start openly worshipping us again. But that's a long story. Yeah. But I think that, like many other things, the narcissism, the maternal narcissism in the Black community, and we will speak about it more when we get more specific, it's just a reflection of a larger problem, a human problem. Yeah. But just, it's just magnified because we're, as Ken would say, bottom bitch at the moment. Yeah. But I do want that to be said. Yeah, because a lot is said about the Black mother. Yeah. And yes, we do have our issues. But I just wanted to note that they are basically the same issues as every other mother archetype in this solar male misogynistic era. It's just magnified because, like I said, we're bottom bitch right now, and we are the ones who needed the hardest slamming, yeah, inner and outer, because we are the original of the last 6,000 years. We are the Black woman is the original creatrix. Yeah, and I don't mean that necessarily in a religious way. I just mean in terms of the people that run this world. Yeah, that is what they believe. And that's all that matters, really. It doesn't matter if I believe God's got a great big huge phallus or not, yeah? Yeah? And as I've always said, I care not who you bow down to. Yeah, I'm just here to make you think. And to fill you in on the way they think, the people that run things. But they believe that we are the original archetype of the creatrix. So we are the ones who have to be brought under control, yeah? To kick this off quickly, because I really want to have time for our guests, why don't we take a quick look at the difference between being a Cancer white woman like the Princess of Wales and being a Cancer Black woman like our very own Pearl Hoose Wells. Okay, so where is she? Now I'm going to get through this as quickly as I can so that we can have time for the real thing, then the ladies can tell us exactly how they feel rather than me speculating. Right, so let's take just a quick look. Yeah. Right, 2 lovely Cancers. Diana, Princess of Wales, as she became when she divorced Charles or was separated or whatever it was going on there, yeah. And Mrs. Christelyn Karazin-Russell. 2 Cancers, both with the moon in Aquarius, yeah. I'm really grateful because they're 2 Cancer women, very powerful Cancer women, who would say, who needs power? Yeah, and I'm sure the Princess of Wales, if she was still alive, and some people say she is, but we don't need to get into all of that. Yeah, we go, what do you mean? Yeah, Queen of Hearts. And both, we know a great deal about both of them in terms of how they were received by their own tribe and by the collective. So it makes it really easy for us when we do case studies, when we know a lot about, not the intimate life. Yeah, there are many who do think they know all about the inside of Mrs. Karazin's home, yeah, and Diana's, and they actually don't. Yeah, because one of the things about Cancer is they are very, very good at concealing their true emotions. They have to be. Yeah, they have to be. They will display anger. Mark's just hurt. I'm so hurt. You bitch, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, but I find that when they feel most vulnerable is when they hide. They go into that shell. That's what you have a shell for. Yeah. So if a Cancer's out here going, that means they're angry. Yeah. 9 times out of 10. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean to cast aspersions. I'm not saying they're never tears of pain, of course. But I'm saying 9 times out of 10, they will not allow you to see, to be fully intimate with them. Yeah. You'll see, yeah, various versions of anger or resentment dressed up as something else, because Cancer can't really afford to do that too often. You don't really show the soft underbelly that's hiding in that shell. And the prime directive of Cancer, yeah, was to master their feelings and to make a tribe. And remember I said that quite often they want to reform their own tribe. Well, both these ladies, yeah, had a problem with their tribe of origin, yeah? And both these ladies, one way or another, reformed that tribe. But look at the difference in how they were received for doing it. And because these 2 Cancerian ladies are both have the moon in Aquarius, what we get is, at first, the reforming is only on their personal family, yeah, in their own personal life, and with their intimate connection with the tribe, yeah. So they've done it for themselves. Yeah, these are my kids. This is my family. I'm going to date interracially, and Princess of Wales, I'm going to love my boys openly. And, but because they have the moon in Aquarius, it really couldn't stop there. So you see how the moon sign will finish the story for us. Both of them had to go and crusade, didn't they? So Princess Di became, she had so many charitable foundations that she actively worked with. Actively. She went and done the taboo AIDS. She was walking around on landmines. Yeah, very much the people's princess. Camilla is also Believe it or not, a Cancer. But she's a Cancer with the moon in Cancer. She's a double. And once a Cancer gets their pincers onto a Scorpio like Prince Charles, they are never, ever going to let go. I thought that would tickle you. But there she is. We couldn't believe he actually married Camilla. We thought that the British public was going to kill him, but marry her he did. Yeah, as you can see. Now, there are 3 stages of womanhood that are associated with Cancer. The maiden, of course, the mother, and the crone. Yeah. So Diana came out of maidenhood, was shocked out of maidenhood, yeah, in the most rebellious way possible. Yeah. And like our Chris, she went into motherhood as the maiden, still the maiden. Yeah, and then the maiden became the rebel mom. Yeah, and then went and spread the rebellion all over the tribe of origin. In the Black community, the maiden phase of Cancer, that phase of womanhood, is especially damaged. Yeah. And you might find a lot of women, not just Cancers, there's a lot of Black women stuck in the maiden phase. They're huge. The Cancer archetype is just huge, you know, in the fight for the Black woman's sovereignty, yeah, and the fight for the reinstating of the Black mother and her image, yeah. You may notice, just as an aside, that the Cancer men, Black men, seem to, especially those comedians like Kevin Hart, seem to really specialize in desecrating Black womanhood and the Black mother. Very interesting, back to those mommy issues. And as I said, the narcissism running rampant in the Black community, the maternal narcissism, like I said, is to me just an intensified reflection of the misogynoir. It's just an intensified version of misogyny, general misogyny. Now, I'm trying to remember womb envy, womb wars. Oh gosh, too long. Wonder Womb, that was a topic. And I think we all know that as Black women, we have a Wonder Womb complex. We think that we are going to save the Black family and save the race with our wombs. That's, like I said, these are huge, huge issues. And I will, and we will again and again go back to them. I'm sorry that they have to be so truncated. Weaponized motherhood. Well, I'll just say this sentence. As Ken says, they use your maternal instincts against you in the Black community. Yeah. They use them against you in all communities, but they have a little bit more respect, like the Jewish community. Yeah. But we also use our motherhood as a weapon of choice. Yeah, we try to defend ourselves as Black women with our children or our ability to conceive. Yeah, but when we start getting into the power dynamics, that's when we've entered Scorpio. So Wonder Womb, Womb Wars, womb envy, we covered it. Narcissism, we just spoke a little bit about it. I did actually introduce the idea that there was endemic narcissism in our communities several years ago in our private groups, but now it's coming to focus, so whatever. I'm just glad that it is coming to focus.